Who plays the role of Forrest Gump? Kevin Spacey, Brad Pitt, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. What sport does Forrest excel at in college? Football, basketball, baseball. Football. Which war does Forrest fight in? Korean War, Vietnam War, World War II. Vietnam War. What famous phrase is on the box of chocolates? Life is like a box of chocolates. Every candy has a purpose. Chocolate solves everything. Life is like a box of chocolates. What physical condition does Forrest have as a child? He is blind. He wears leg braces. He has asthma. He wears leg braces. Who is Forrest's childhood friend and love interest? Sally, Linda, Jenny. Jenny. What does Jenny shout to Forrest when he's running away from the bullies? Just go. Run, Forrest, run. Run like the wind. Run, Forrest, run. What company does Forrest invest in by accident? Coca-Cola, Ford, Apple. Apple. What is Bubba's full name? Benjamin Blue, Billy Brown, Bobby Blake. Benjamin Blue. What kind of business does Forrest start? Shrimping, t-shirt printing, real estate. Shrimping. Who is Forrest's commanding officer in Vietnam? Sergeant York, Lieutenant Dan, Captain Miller. Lieutenant Dan. What is the name of Forrest's son? John, Daniel, Forrest Journey. Forrest Journey. What political figure does Forrest meet after his college football career? Ronald Reagan, John F. Kennedy, Richard Nixon. John F. Kennedy. Where is Forrest when he gives his famous speech against the war? Washington Monument, the White House, Times Square. Washington Monument. What is the name of Forrest's shrimp company? Gump and Company. Sea Life Shrimpers. Bubba Gump Shrimp. Bubba Gump Shrimp. What medal does Forrest receive from the president? Purple Heart, Silver Star, Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor. Who tells Forrest to not be brave? His mother, Jenny. Bubba. His mother. What does Jenny give Forrest's son before leaving? A guitar, a book, a picture. A book. Who narrates the story in the movie? Lieutenant Dan, Jenny, Forrest. Forrest. What does Forrest do while waiting at the bus stop? Sleeps, tells his life story, writes letters. Tells his life story. What does Forrest do after returning from Vietnam? Plays professional ping pong, buys a farm, becomes a teacher. Plays professional ping pong. What phrase does Lieutenant Dan say sarcastically during the storm? Let's go fishing. You call this a storm? Where's the sun? You call this a storm? What state is Forrest Gump from? Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi. Alabama. What brand of shoes does Forrest wear to run across the country? Converse, Adidas, Nike. Nike. Where did Forrest suddenly decide to stop running? In the desert, on a bridge, near a city hall. In the desert. How long does Forrest run across the U.S.? 6 months, 3 years, 1 year. Three years. What happens to Bubba in Vietnam? He is promoted. He opens a restaurant. He is killed in action. He is killed in action. What is the last thing Forrest says to Jenny at her grave? You died on a Saturday morning. I love you. Wait for me. You died on a Saturday morning. What kind of hat does Forrest often wear? Fedora, cowboy hat, Bubba Gump cap. Bubba Gump cap. What song plays during Forrest's cross-country run? Sweet Home Alabama, Running on Empty, Born to Run. Running on Empty. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel.